So I was at the grocery store the other day, and I was talking with you guys earlier, and it kind of relates to the beer review that we have coming up here on deck. So I was there, and just obviously my first stop is just going to the meat department because you got to check out the meats, right? Just to see if there's always that diamond in the rough, especially the briskets, where they don't mark one correctly, and then you're like, F you, butcher. I just got you.
Yeah.
You know, you basically feel like you're stealing. But I didn't need meat at that time, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go and get some beer. So I rolled over there, and I was like, I already knew what I was going to get in because I already had this beer before, and it's like something that I really like. And I was like, okay, I'm walking down the aisles, and I started doing that, you know, it's that whole grocery store thing where somebody's in your spot and you need to get there and you're pretending to look at like stupid shit. Like,
I know
there's
this.
Wine. There's like freaking like some stupid ass bottles of wine that I was just looking at. I was like, all right, just grab your shit. And then I heard this like inner monologue in my head, just like Jan would probably say, I was like, James, just talk to the dude. Like, cause he picked up the 4-pack of the beer that I want.
Was there more than one of them or?
There was like 2 packs. Okay. Behind it. Okay. So I was like, okay. And I was like, hey, that's a really good beer. He's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, that's a really good beer. And all of a sudden another guy comes up standing right next to him. And he's like, yeah, no, that's a really good beer too. That's a really good beer. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers aren't going to sit here and sneak up and just get all these beers.
No.
I need to get one of these beers though. But he's like, so what is it? It's like, what's the notes? He hit me with the
notes.
What's the notes?
Hey,
I'm like,
bro, do you even know? You want to know what it is? Right. No, get out of here.
What are you doing?
Notes?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
coffee.
God.
Hey, it's always like, what would you say? Like it's coffee.
Well,
or
it was
it's
a White Russian inspired ale, so it's like, yeah, definitely.
It's a nitro.
You got a little coffee. You got a little like cream. You got a little bit of
How do you
I'm like,
smell that?
Describing a latte.
Yeah.
right.
Like, how do you smell that? You know what I mean?
I was like, I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Hey,
I was
you're
like,
going down, bro.
It's strong in alcohol. I'll tell you that. I was like, what kind of beer? What are you looking for? Are you trying to get? Because I think this beer on deck is like 12% alcohol. I was like,
Oh, so it's the beer we got tonight.
it's the beer we're doing tonight
From
Martin House Brewery.
Martin House.
it is.
You're out there selling from Martin House.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the guy's like, and then right below was a puppy chow that we reviewed on the podcast very early on.
Really well.
And it scored one of our highest ones in the beginning. It kind of dropped off the list, and maybe we need to redo it again to see where it kind of falls in line. And he'd picked himself up a 6-pack of that puppy chow, and I was like, dude, that shit right there is that's a bomb. And I can hear like the internal dilemma.
Did
in
he
this
ask
guy.
you for notes too?
It's like,
He did.
I'm not eating puppy
He
chow.
already knew like what was what. And this other guy, and it was like an older gentleman. He probably like into those 50, 55, something like that.
Like Jan's age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, kind of like all of our age. Except for I'm younger.
Finally, he like
I'm just younger.
finally he just moved over like maybe 3 feet. And I was like, oh, let me just squeeze on here. Just grab this
He
last
grabs it.
4-pack.
Dude, he grabs it.
Well, he still had one in his hand. I grabbed the last
Bro,
one
just
there.
like, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, guys, see you later. Out, but I sold like 2 6-packs or 2 4-packs.
Maybe
of
that's
beer.
your calling.
Maybe it is.
Maybe you're a beer guy. You just show up
Beer
at grocery stores.
aficionado.
Yeah.
No, he stops halfway down the aisle, grabs a case of Coors Light. They see him do it, and they put everything else back. They don't know what he's doing.
That motherfucker don't know shit.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here.
What my
bro.
immediate thought was
Get out
like,
of here.
what are you trying to accomplish tonight? Are you trying to get messed up, or are
Hey,
you trying to have
nothing
just
wrong-
a chill night?
No, there's nothing wrong with asking the question, like, what's your goal tonight? You know what I mean? Like, if your goal is to, like, go hang out with some friends and be chill, like, maybe you don't need that. But if you're like, man, I'm trying to get faded tonight, it's like, hey, I got you. Hey,
What?
I don't know.
If you're
I
trying
got
to, if
you.
you're trying to flex
Let
on
me-
that, if you're trying to flex on that neighbor that thinks he's the beer guy,
Yeah.
and you bust a can of
You
that
ain't-
on him, like, hey, try this.
you ain't what you is. Yeah.
Exactly. Hey,
Love
this is Grabbing the Brisket podcast. We're all about beer, barbecue, and having a good time.
Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in. We got
go.
Rob Arocha on deck. Very lucky to have him as a new correspondent for the Grabbing the Brisket podcast. He is has his own fantastic barbecue podcast, the So Smoking Gooder Show. So we are very fortunate to have him
Did
on.
you see what, was it 60,000 people?
What?
What was the numbers that he had? Oh, was it 6,000 or 60,000?
I have no idea.
Dude, I could have sworn he said 60,000 people are listening on a Thursday or a Wednesday night.
He could have been fucking with you.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I was like,
badass.
let's go, Rob.
I mean, he
let's
definitely had
fucking go.
an active, what do you call it? Like,
Oh,
whole
he
chat room
did
going.
such a great job.
He's super. Yeah, he's a pro.
He did a great job running it and just understand the nuance, right? And he was calling people out, and he went down a whole roll call, and I was like, damn, dude, this is like, I don't know. I just thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
There was a part of me like, I don't want my name called. I need to bounce out of here or bounce back in. And I just sat there and just listened to the entire thing. It was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
He does a great job. And as I mentioned before, we're lucky to have him. So he's going to be a correspondent. He's going to let us know the ins and out of the Texas barbecue competition scene that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And he's going to fill us in, give us updates on what's happening.
Current
and
events, kind of, right?
Current events,
That's
yeah.
it.
So we got him for maybe a couple of 4 episodes, maybe once a quarter. Maybe we're going to try to get it a little bit more than that. It just
see how
really
it goes.
depends.
So honestly, I think we need to go back to really what that means and like what he it's not what he brings to the table or anything else, but the guy is he is so engulfed into barbecue, just like everybody else is. But he's been running his show, which is, by the way, badass. So if you get a chance, go out and check the So Smoking Gooder show, because it's phenomenal and he keeps it going. Just his words, and he feels the way it's going.
Yeah.
But on top of that, involved with the CBA, right? I mean, this is not a normal like, hey, let's talk about barbecue. He is engulfed in barbecue, and yeah, I cannot wait to see how this goes. And it's pretty badass. He said yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I did, per your request, I do have a Florida man story, 1 or 2.
let's go.
Nice.
I know John's got a little
We love Florida.
little brisket talk that we're going to talk a little bit, and then I don't know if we're going to talk. We're fixing to run into this time of year where here in Texas there's some pretty major cook-offs that are coming up, and we got the Austin barbecue Austin. We have the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, the World Championship barbecue competition, and then you have San Antonio. They're doing their things. Theirs is kicking off, I think, the weekend before the NBBQA. So
is it that soon?
yeah, we're kind of missing out because we're going to be there like tail end of that. So the winner of that is going to go. I guess what do they get? They get the invitationals. Is the invitationals the following year, or is it like because if San Antonio, you win San Antonio, you get an invitational to Austin.
It's probably the following year.
And
Right? It's got to be,
Houston.
right? That's like a week apart, 2 weeks
Correct,
apart.
yeah.
So it's got to be the next year, right?
That's what I think. So
Yeah, we can ask Rob. He'll
that's
know.
on deck. Each one of them have their own collective, barbecue. What do you say? The judging bodies, the
Yeah, the sanctioning bodies. Yeah.
sanctioning bodies. Each one does their own little thing. I think Lone Star Barbecue is doing the
San Antonio?
San Antonio, and then Austin is doing the Champions Barbecue Alliance, and then Houston does their own little thing. So we'll have that coming up in a little bit. So we just thank you guys for tuning in. Maybe just cracking up with a beer. Please don't be driving down the road.
Yeah, or drive. You know what? You owe it to yourself to drive down the road, have a cerveza or 2 or a cocktail. Listen, nobody's saying getting slammed. Nobody is saying get fucked up and drive home or anything else. What we're saying is be responsible, get off work, have a cocktail, and hey, cheers. There it is.
All right. If you're keeping track at home, that's 2 cheerses already, and we're about 4 minutes in. So let's see where we end up with this thing. Every time we do a cheers, you got to take a drink.
Yeah.
There it is. Hey, you want to?
Cheers.
Let's go.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Sorry, guys.
Honestly, I mean, wait until I started mentioning I volunteer for the Houston Livestock. So
No, we're
Okay,
good.
no,
we're good,
We're
James.
good on that.
Just keep it to
Probably
yourself.
don't have to do that. So I feel like we had kind of a slow. This is not really related to anything we're talking about. A slow December. Like we didn't put out a ton of episodes, whatnot, because we're just kind of busy with everything going on, vacations and
cruise.
Christmas and all. Yeah, all
We had
that
a
sort of
cruise.
stuff.
Hey, we had a cruise, man.
We did. We had a cruise. Yep, and it was amazing. But in this last week or so, we've put out 3 episodes that we had kind of stocked up. I guess our Christmas, the audio version of our special.
That's right.
Dropped. Our New Year's one that we just recorded on Thursday came out.
Just hit.
And one that we actually recorded back, I think in November when we went out to Henderson and Kane,
Yeah.
which we hadn't really touched back on, and I thought maybe we could mention it real quick. That restaurant, if you guys haven't tried that place, it is amazing. I know you guys have, but I'm saying our listeners, it's fantastic.
So I think and I just want to talk about this for a second because I think that Henderson and Kane is actually more than what this silly, not silly, but this little it's a good restaurant or it's this. Henderson and Kane was a eye-opening experience for me personally, listening to the history of the building and what that's been for the entire community around, right? So, in literally, you're driving down like a highway, whatever else. Like, I think it's like what's the cross street right there? It may be 45 to I-10 or whatever.
Midtown Heights.
Yeah, so it's definitely in the Heights Boulevard area, but getting off the beaten path a little bit. No, it's Washington Avenue. So that definitely is. So Washington Avenue going down. But once you cross over and get to where this area is, it just seemed like it was
It's residential, man. It's like
it's all residential.
It's all houses, and then there's this little corner store that they've turned into this little mecca of barbecue.
They didn't turn it into anything. It's been that.
Right. Yeah.
It's always been a form of something, right, for that area.
Yes.
Think about that.
They've rallied to the community, and it's paying off
hey,
dividends.
5 years ago, it wasn't. 10 years ago, it was something different. 20 years ago, it was something different. 50 years ago, it was something different.
I think they're going to be there
for
a while,
the community. No, I totally agree with you. The cooking, the chef, the barbecue. I'm not sure how you put this together, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, it was a cool experience to be a part of a I guess. How would you say that I
don't know. It was cool though. I agree with you.
I just think it's bigger than you are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's a group of people doing something or whatever else. But at the end of the day, man, they killed it, and it's their brainchild that they put out. But it was just a cool experience for me. So. Maybe I went a long way about saying that, but
no. Yeah, if you're in the Houston area or if you're in Texas and you like going out and trying different barbecue places, this is one that I feel like a lot of people haven't heard of. They're not getting all the flowers that they probably should because that place is freaking phenomenal. I highly recommend it.
Best salt, their sausage, their brisket, every single thing I had from them.
Their hospitality, their music, the smell when you walked in that joint, it was crazy.
The smell, right?
It was really good.
Yeah. So for if you're tuning in for the first time, you have not heard that episode, go check out that episode. Yep. I mean, you guys deserve to listen to that and the story that it's John and I'm drawing a
Veronica.
Yep. The story that these guys put together is fantastic. I told a coworker he took his wife out to a date night there.
Oh, awesome!
Checked it out, loved it, thought it was great. Great concept. So if you're in the Houston area, go check out that place. It's great to support this local communities that we have with all the people that are assisting the community, so to speak, doing the things that they love to do. So that's fantastic.
They got a hell of a beer selection too. So that's pretty cool in the case, and they got some on tap. Another thing I wanted to bring up real quick. I've been perusing the Reddit more than ever.
Oh, you're on it.
Yeah, Reddit's it's just a weird thing. It's just a weird place with weird people. I feel like a lot of them live like, I don't know, above their mom's garage. But somebody posted in one of the barbecue Reddits these pictures. I think Raul's got them for us. He's going to throw them up here. But this dude, I think he said my dad made this brisket, and he was very proud of it. But when I looked at it, I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about here. Yeah. What do you guys think when you see that right there? It's got a hell of a bark.
Good bark. Yeah.
Can you describe this for me?
Honestly, it looks like a good bark brisket. I don't see. It's got a good smoke ring on. You definitely see that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like, is there a very thick smoke ring? Like, how big is a smoke ring?
Smoke ring's a little big.
That smoke ring is literally halfway through the brisket.
Yeah, no, I just
literally.
It took me a second to process this.
Yeah, look at that picture right there.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
it's half the brisket is the smoke ring.
Yeah. What would you put in there?
They put I think they were making pastrami and halfway through decided I can't wait any longer.
Yeah, salt. Yeah, it's
definitely
salt.
some kind of pink salt or tender quick or some shit like that. But nobody in the comments was catching on to that. They're all like, "Oh, this looks amazing." Actually, they're giving him shit because it looked dry. But
Yeah.
Nobody was catching on. Maybe one guy said something about
Were you
curing
trying
salts.
Yeah.
But
Were you trying to preserve that brisket for the end of days, or what? Did you not have refrigeration, so you were just trying to make jerky? Or
I'm not
what are
just
we
trying to
doing
be a
here?
hater, but I had to bring it up and show you guys. If you guys aren't watching on the YouTube, head over there and take a look, see, because it's first time on the show.
So
for
we-
Jan here.
so we- Yeah, so we learned
sorry about that.
we learned early on in competition that there was a lot of people which we kind of just deemed as like just cheating, but a lot of people
Cheaters.
use this practice of taking pink curing salt. I'm not even talking about the Tender Quick, but they would take the pink curing stuff, which is pretty powerful stuff, and they would just put it all over their brisket. And you let it soak for X amount of time. And they had a formula how long to let it sit
30 minutes, right?
before
Let
you
it sit.
got
let it sweat.
got the water hose out, you dunked it in water, and
Rinse
just
it
get that
good.
shit off. Because if you let it sit any longer, it's just going to keep sinking that
Hey,
smoke ring. into
honestly, it's not 30 minutes. It's about 2 hours.
Is it that long?
yeah, I'm not really sure. I
try
never
it.
really
It
played
is.
around with it.
Because it's that osmosis, right? You have to pull the liquid out, and you have to, once it sits on top, you have the salt.
The
reaching in,
salt
right?
pulls the water
That's
out,
right.
and then it sucks it back in.
That's it.
You get the reverse.
And then you have the salt inside the meat.
Yeah. So.
So
We use Tender Quick is another alternative method. It does not happen as quickly as that curing salts, the pink stuff. It does not happen as quick because there's a lot of people in competition where they'll sprinkle that on their brisket and they'll let it sit overnight, and it'll be perfectly fine. They'll put it in there with the rub, like they'll put a little light layer of that and then
Yeah.
put the rub on it, and then so when they cook it, you'll have a nice smoke ring on it. And these people are like, and I say these people, like you're using a drum smoker.
These people.
You're
You said these
You're cooking that's not primarily
Who
just
are these
using
people?
wood.
Yeah, you're not using giant chunks of mesquite.
You're maybe just using charcoal. So that kind of develops that nice little smoke ring for you. And then you get that perception of like, okay, this is just that wood smoke. This is what I'm
Right.
looking for type deal. So shit, man. I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
But that's a little excessive. That's too much.
it's too much.
A little bit.
It's funny.
That's some funny shit, though.
I do have an article, Raul, if you can pull it up. I know, Jan, we're fixing to have Rob on here in a minute. So I had, which one do you want to pull up, Raul? Either one, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, check this out. So we got Florida man attempting to time travel. He crashes his, what looks like a Challenger.
Charger. No, that's a Challenger.
Yeah, looks like he crashes his Challenger into a mall.
Hey, crashes into a casket shop. What does
That's
that mean?
not good.
Oh yeah, just but he hits this like strip center type area, and of course, the guy gets arrested or whatever. But I was like, and it's only in Florida type stuff, and I'm like, I know, like you've seen Back to the Future, right? Like we've all gone 88 miles an hour. We're not time traveling, all right?
First of all, we've all drove 88 and looked down, going, "Is there any electricity going out? Like,
is this going to happen?
Are we going?
or,
Hey,
like there's no
what's
flux
happening
capacitor.
here? Yeah, exactly.
Flux
We-
capacitor must be malfunctioning.
We've all
have-
drove that fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I have Doc
We're just-
Brown in the back seat going, "Great Scott,
We're
let's
just
go."
waiting to go back in time, right?
Oh, good.
So that was one, and then the other one that I found, Florida man arrested for calling 911 after his kitten was denied entry into the strip club.
Yeah.
This was the, I think it was the Emerald Strip Club there in, I'm not sure what town that is.
Yeah, you have a lot of information on this. James.
Honestly,
What's going on
man,
there?
I just feel like
Emerald
this is,
City Strip Club. This is in, was it?
What's the cat's name?
Okay, so I don't know, but first off, it starts off, so you're going to the strip club and you're like, I'm going to bring my kitten.
Yeah. Hey,
You guys got other
it
issues.
takes hey, listen, it takes us all to make the world go around. At the end of the day, it's like, hey,
Did he not have the dollars or
Did
what?
he, like-
Is he relying on the,
hey,
Relying on the kitty to get some.
hey, little pussy,
I didn't say that. That's
Yeah.
inappropriate.
little pussy.
So he gets quite upset when they don't grant him entry into this strip club.
It's not the first time.
And so he goes back out and he's like, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
And so he calls the cops.
Yeah, he should call the cops.
And the cops got there and they're like, what do you want? Like, they're not letting
I
me
want
in.
my pussy in that strip club. We're like, hey,
You're
listen,
right. It probably wasn't his first time.
Not
They're
cool.
like, Rick's here again with his cat.
Fucking Rick. Rick, hey, get your cat. Hey, get Simba out of here. No, thank you. No, it's mine. Yeah.
You know, the girls are just like, God, it's that guy.
The girls are
it's that guy with
nothing.
the cat again.
He tips so well, though.
No, the girls like, Jesus, lock the doors. Like this psycho away from us.
Hey, it says he'll be crying meow from a jail cell soon.
Meow. He be crying meow.
None of us read the words. Just Raul over there.
That's so good.
Somebody find that cat a different home.
Right, yeah.
Rehome. A little rehome.
So, but it's one of those things that you can look it up yourself. There's all these different crazy Florida stories. And one of the things I came across, there's a game. There's the Florida Man game that anybody can play. Go ahead and just go to Google, type in Florida Man, and then put your birth month and your birthday.
No, dude. Hey,
and
this
then
is a scam, bro.
And
this
see
is a
what
scam, man. You're not scamming us like this.
articles pop
This is how
up.
this is how you get our information. I'm
I
not
like
doing
that.
it.
Yeah,
There's
whoever
no way I'm
finds the
doing
best
that.
article,
Yeah.
send it over to us. info@grabbingthebrisket.
Hey,
And
listen
We
to
want to see
James's-
your hashtag Florida Man stories.
Hey, just James, what is the way to go? Hey, just say it again. Hashtag what?
Florida Man.
Yeah, hashtag Florida Man.
Florida man.
Or you Google Florida Man
Yeah.
and then your birthday, just the day,
Gee.
and your month. You don't have to
Yeah.
put the year.
Hey, what's your secret? What do you call that? Hey, what's your what's the secret word or like how would you say that? And as far as they getting scammed,
Your password?
yeah, no, it's more than that. Where'd you
What's
where'd you go
your
to high
social
school?
security
Hey,
number?
where'd you go to high school?
Yeah, just put,
Hey, what was your color of your
putting
first
your
car?
mother's maiden name.
Yeah, exactly. Right. What was the color of your first car? Nah, dude, this is a scam, dude. You can't do that.
Okay.
I'm not trying to
I
do
don't
that.
Your
think it is,
shit
but
together.
okay.
No.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Okay.
It's been
Hey,
around a long time.
Run it.
Yeah.
Run it.
Just try it.
Super excited. We got a brand new
Nothing to see here.
intro to the.
Nothing to see here. Keep it moving.
Yeah. We made a little intro music thingy for our buddy Rob. I forget what we're calling his segment here. This fucking, so we'll hear here in a second. Before we jump into that though, he's coming on here in just a minute. Can we hear from some of our friends in Oddpods? Maybe hear some commercials. Let's hear something from our buddy Frank Cox, and then when we come back from that,
Let's go.
we'll have old Rob Arocha on.
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pit master or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on.
threw down some ribs last night, used the Chicks That Smoke Spicy Rub, mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke Spicy Barbecue All-Purpose Rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke, it's at Sucklebusters.com.
Hey listeners, ever been at an event or business gathering and noticed that one thing just stands out? A simple item, but with a touch of personalization.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. CoolieNation.com, it's all about making an impression. Custom designed coolies that aren't just about keeping your drink cold, they're making a statement.
Exactly. And for businesses out there, listen up. Whether it's in a corporate event or your product launch or you're promoting your own brand, these custom coolies can be your next big marketing win.
Imagine your logo or brand message right there in the hands of potential clients, partners, and customers. It's subtle yet impactful.
The quality and design of flexibility they offer, top tier. It's not just a promotional item, it's an experience.
So for everyone looking to make their mark, whether it's in business or just adding a personal touch,
dive into CoolieNation.com.
Elevate your brand, elevate your events.
With CoolieNation, every sip is more than just refreshment, it's recognition. Make it count.
So head over to CoolieNation.com/brisket and get your hookup.
Hi, I'm Tina Jaramillo.
And I'm Hillary Doherty.
And we host the Muck Podcast, where we discuss the dark and sometimes weird true stories in American politics.
Hey, Tina, did you know that Elvis crashed the Nixon White House for the sole purpose of getting a DEA badge, and it worked?
What? Or how a gun control advocate senator out of California engaged in gun trafficking with notorious gang leader Shrimp Boy?
Shrimp Boy, I remember him. Okay, so, we cover all of that and more from maladies, madness, mischief, and murder in U.S. politics.
And we also host a bi-weekly interview segment called Lil Muck.
We interview politicians, journalists, activists, and others who share their experiences in politics.
Find the Muck Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, and check us out on social media at the Muck Podcast.
And now it's time for Frank Knows What's Wrong With It. As always, send in your questions to 434-829-2299 or shoot us an email at info@grabthebrisket.com.
Hey guys, Frank Cox here. I'm back with another question from you guys for Frank Knows What's Wrong With It. So today's question is from Will D, and his question is, what's the best way to clean out a drum smoker? Okay, that's a great question, Will, and I'll tell you exactly how to do it. First thing you ought to know, if you've never cooked in a drum smoker, is that all of the fat and everything renders and goes down to the bottom of the cooker. This can, if you inject heavily or use very fatty meat like pork butts that have a lot of fat marble in them, especially when they're injected, this can leave a good pile of grease in the bottom of that drum. Now, when you take your charcoal basket out, stuff like that, you really should clean this out every couple of cooks or every cook, right? Most of you don't do that, it's okay. So what you're gonna do is you need some kind of a scraper first. I usually put this drum on, like if it's a really pretty paint job, we'll set it on some sawhorses or something with some cardboard down where I can reach in there without getting down on the ground. Take a putty knife of some kind and you're gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel out. Then once you're done with that, you're gonna take a power washer or just a water hose, whatever, and you're gonna try to rinse all of that out. Now, I do not use any cleaners. I don't use any soap, just like we talked about with seasoning cast iron. You're not gonna use any chemicals to clean this out. If you do, it's okay. You just gotta make sure that you rinse it out very, very, very good and season it immediately, because that oily film is what's gonna protect the inside of it from rusting. So anyway, once you get all that grease out of there, you're gonna rinse it out, let it dry. I usually just let it sit upside down for a few hours in the sun, let it dry out, and then you're gonna build a fire in it and re-season it with a light coating of some kind of PAM or something spray, some kind of spray oil. Now, there is a trick that I've not personally done, but I know a lot of my customers have done it and some of my friends have. There, you can get some kind of kitty litter, evidently, that is like non-odor, like it's a odor-free kitty litter of some kind. Basically, you're looking for just the rocks is what you're looking for that absorbs stuff. So you can line the bottom of your drum with that kitty litter and it will absorb most of that oil. Now, like I say, I've not personally done that. Don't just run out and go do it with regular kitty litter. Do some research, maybe ask some questions of people that have, but I do know a few people that do it regularly that way. And what happens is then that's easier just to vacuum that out. One other thing I should point out is if you get a Super 55 drum smoker and you use the baffle plate, when that fat and the juice and everything renders out and falls down on top of that baffle plate, it's got a lot of closed surface area on it. And that's a good thing, because when that fat renders out and hits that plate, it boils off and literally vaporizes and goes up and back into adding flavor to your meat. Now, that's not gonna like catch on fire or anything. It's not gonna leave a big mess in the bottom of your barrel either. So you're gonna be able to take advantage of that vaporized flavor, and it's gonna be easier to clean up. It actually, a lot of times I'll pull the baffle plate out and the charcoal basket out, and there won't be anything at the bottom of my drum. It'll just be clean, like I never even cooked in it. So that's something else to look at there. Anyway, send your questions in. thanks a lot for that question, Will. And if you want to be like Will, get entered in the drawing for the end of the year giveaway thing. Make sure you send in your questions. Grab them in the brisket, guys. See ya.
All right, folks. Yeah, so we're still waiting, or we still would love to get those questions for Frank. So send them in. It's 434-829-2299. Our buddy Frank Cox, he can answer all the questions you got, and he loves freaking doing it. So send them in. But now is the time. Now is the time to bring in our buddy Rob.
Tuned in to Smoking the Competition with Rob Arocha, bringing you the latest and greatest from the world of Texas competitive barbecue. Who's smoking hot and who's not? Let's find out.
I'm honored to be a part of this. This is really cool. Thanks for reaching out. I've always wanted to do something with you guys, and y'all have been on my show. I've been on yours as well. But this is awesome. I'm excited about this segment here. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's go. We're stoked about it. Like the first name that came up when we decided we wanted to start doing something like this. So what is new? What's going on? I know we got some competitions coming up.
Yeah, we're turning it over to you.
All right. So as the calendar changes over, we're now in 2024, obviously. Everything starts pointing towards rodeo season. We've got lots of rodeo cook-offs coming up, and these are the big ones. You know, you've got locally here in Houston, obviously we have the Humble Rodeo Cook-Off. That's coming up towards the end of this month of January. That same weekend is going to be the big one over in San Antonio, the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Cook-Off, which is to me it's a premier event. It's a world championship in my eyes. You know, guys that talk barbecue, like Grab Them in the Brisket, like So Smoking Gooder Show, we really need to put some love and attention to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, because it is an international event. To me, it is a world championship. It doesn't get that same glam as, Memphis in May, the Royal, the Jack in Houston, which is also coming up next month, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And then right after that, we got Barbecue Austin. So we are smack dab in the middle of rodeo season, and I can't be any more excited about it that it's here.
Yeah.
No, that's badass, man.
Absolutely right about San Antonio too. That is a huge cook-off.
So and it's not that any one of these are a sleeper or anything else. These all hold their own weight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? As a cook-off. But I looked at last year's lineup that they pulled out. So tonight at 7:00 tonight, there was a lineup put out for Houston, right? As far as the who's coming out, who's playing, and everything else. But San Antonio, last year, I looked at their lineup last year as far as who they had out and who Houston had out. I'm not gonna lie, it was no comparison. San Antonio won. San Antonio had a better one.
I hear that for the last couple years now, 2-3 years actually. When those two lineups come out, everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at San Antonio's lineup! It's it's better, right?" And I haven't looked at the Houston lineup just yet, but I'm sure you're going to have those people when they see it, tell everybody it sucks and this and that, and San Antonio's better, and what a horrible lineup. But you know what? It fills up each and every night at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. So, kudos to them.
That's awesome. And you're gonna be competing at all these different events.
So I am signed up for the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. I am signed up at Houston. I will be at Houston. Last year I cooked Barbecue Austin. That's kind of up in the air at the moment. And then Humbles is the same weekend as San Antonio. So not going to be able to do that one, which is a great contest. They have like 120 teams each year. That is sanctioned by the Champions Barbecue Alliance. It's a great event. They do a great deal. It sells out. It fills up. It's already sold out. You can't get in. They do have a waiting list. San Antonio has a waiting list. Houston, obviously, you guys know well, it's almost impossible to get in at Houston. And Barbecue Austin, they're still accepting teams right now. I think their deadline is tomorrow, Friday. Crazy.
Yeah. Yep. We just got our name in the hat for that one, so we're excited to go back out there. It's going to be fun.
That's right. You guys are always at Barbecue Austin. Y'all have had success there 2 years in a row.
Listen, if they call your name like one time, that's success, right?
100%.
We got lucky with the bean call.
We didn't even turn in beans that year. We won.
No, we did.
Oh, we did. We did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got so lucky with the beans call. And listen, you'd have thought we won the whole fucking thing. Like it was like it was that legit. We're like, nah. I mean, we all stood up like, ah. So, so Austin's pretty badass because they give you they ask you, like, what's your theme music? What's your walk up music? And you have to give it to them. Dude, I knew what the music was. However, when they played it, I was like, damn, good song. And somebody goes, damn, I think that's y'all. And I was like, oh shit, that's us.
Well, that's
And-
a CBA thing. Don't all the CBA?
yeah,
stuff they do
no,
is-
no,
it
it
is.
is.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
Eh,
Barbecue
100%
Austin
it
is CBA, correct?
I
yes.
just listen. We're not winning in CBA. We're not those guys. But I will tell you right now, dude, it was cool getting your whole walk up music, everything out. The year before, I mean, 5th place chicken. It was
numbers.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was good.
It's just fun.
So
You know, everybody, you know, there's a group of people that enjoy that, right? The anticipation of those last 3 digits. You know, it's a 6 digit. It's probably like 61823, and then that last digit, right? Everybody's on. You know, if you got 23, everybody, you know, those other 9 people are like, oh my gosh, is it me? Is it me? And
Right,
then
right, right.
4, and then you're either or
like bingo.
hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But me, I do like the walk up music. I do. It does take that, you know, anticipation, but you know, it's cool to hear your music, and you know, and it's cool to strut up there with jamming to the song you
Yeah.
picked. To me, it's really cool.
That
Yeah.
makes it really cool. The funny thing, you're right though, when you're waiting for your numbers to be called and they get down to that last one and then they call somebody else's number and you're like, oh, I was so close. Were you though?
No,
Were you
no,
that close?
that's just bingo.
Well,
No,
You good? Yeah.
you weren't that close, honestly. You're just
Right.
your little field of 10 digits was there, and
Right.
no, you were probably,
numerically you were close.
probably. Hey, congrats on getting calls out there. In fact, coming up at the San Antonio Rodeo, I was walking in there, you know, big chested because I had just finished 3rd at San Antonio Rodeo, and then I had got a call at Houston, and then Austin. You know, even though there were 200 plus teams out there, I was feeling pretty good. Turned in really good food. Got my ass kicked out there. I did not. I think I finished in the 120s out of, I don't know how many teams they got out there, 2 something.
Yeah.
But just, you know, walked out of there with my tail between my legs. So if you get a call, like you said, any call in any competition, regardless if it's 200 plus teams or, you know, 20 plus teams, you know, any call that you get, you can walk out of there with at least something to hang your hat on, is a success in barbecue. There's so many good teams out there. There's so many classes that are being offered. There's shows like ours that people can get really good information on and improve their game really quickly. So the competition barbecue scene is alive and well, and it's tougher than ever. It is as tough as it's ever been. And to me, I see all these new teams that come in that get really good instant success from, you know, benefit of classes or listening to shows like ours. And it makes it even that much tougher to go out there and compete and be consistent. So if you are doing it, celebrate each and every win that you get at a contest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're right. And I think it's almost harder for the folks that have been doing it a long time because it's almost harder to reinvent the wheel because it's constantly changing in barbecue, right? Like for the new folks, they take a class, they're learning from whoever's winning right then.
Hmm.
But the folks that have been doing it a long time, you see some folks that they just kill it for years, and then all of a sudden they just start to fall off a little bit.
And it's tough to venture off from something that's been successful for you in the past, right? You know, my brisket was killing it in 15. Well, it's 24
Everybody has
now.
that. Everybody
It's
has that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different scene, different flavors, different profiles. But it is tough once you've had a lot of success or any, you know, string of success, to go and change something is it takes a lot, man. Even, you know, to me, I've got a rib recipe that I've been running for 2.5 years, and I hate that it, you know, eventually it's going to fall off. You know, hadn't done it yet, but eventually it will fall off, and that's going to be hard for me to finally say, okay, let's try something different. But
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say that recipe was?
Yeah. Put it out there, brother.
It's
Hey.
a good one. It's a good one.
No, honestly, I think that it's just like anything else in life. But I think that you know, barbecue and whatever else, it's what happens. This is what lends itself to competition and anything else. But us sitting back in the, I feel like we all like we're not. We have been big comp guys where we try to cook every single cook off we could. Now we look back on it and I'm like, man, I don't know if I really want to jump in that circuit 24/7. You know what I mean? There's something else happening around. But at the end of the day, like I feel like we have to be maybe a little more credible or a little more like sauciness. Just put yourself out there, cook a little more. Um, Austin has not let us down. I think
Yep.
that's been really lucky for us. But for San Antonio or anywhere else, dude, we're gonna walk in there and I don't know.
Get
I mean,
bent
yeah,
over.
just get wasted. You know, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many good cooks everywhere else you go, and I do think there's something about being lucky. Like, and there's some cook-offs you just go to, and no matter what, you're just gonna do like historically you've done well at or anything else. Like, I'm not sure if that's a thing, but
It is a
for us,
thing. It's an
yeah,
absolute thing.
it just is what it is, right? It's
Yeah.
but for us, I mean, I don't know. But here's the deal. I'm always pushing and I'm always like, we got to cook. We have to cook another one. We got to cook. And I'm always in everybody's back ear, like chirping. Everybody's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Don't, hey, just do your thing, man. Just, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
no, I honestly, Austin's a badass little cook off for us. So
It is. And guys, don't sell yourself short. I think you could do well at San Antonio. Do you guys realize that, as big as San Antonio is, and they pay out some money, the largest purse out there, it's not ribs, it's not brisket, it's not chicken. It's the bean category that pays so much out there because
Really?
it's a jackpot. It's a jackpot. So it's the money I don't know how they work it out, but yeah, I got a first place rib last year. I think I got $750 for first place rib at
nice.
San Antonio. The bean guy, I think he got like $1,900. It's
Jesus.
crazy.
Hey, what the hell is happening here?
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
I heard that bean number, and then I get my little check, and well, not a little check. I get it. $750 is great, right?
Yeah.
But you get that check, and it might have been only $500. I can't remember what it was, but I was just like, how is this less than the bean guy, right?
Yeah,
The bean guy.
Hey, can we have a talk?
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
can we talk about this a little
Holy
bit?
free
or no?
holy.
Get in it, man. Get in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
If y'all
fantastic.
ain't, come cook my beans.
Yeah. Right. Hey, listen.
We can split some money there.
Hey, listen. So last year with the first place beans, dude, we were all sitting there together, going like, "Hey, no, seriously, who is that?" And then somebody goes, "I sing songs about Texas." And I was like, "Shit, man, that's a good song."
That's
And somebody
us.
goes, "Hey, that's our song." I was like, "Holy shit, that's us!" Like literally, I walked up not even knowing it was even us because, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nobody expects a ancillary category or what we put a lot into it, but we put a lot into everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
All right, well-
it was badass.
Nobody wants to hear about our accolades. We
No, we all wanna hear
want
our
we want to
accolades.
hear
Yeah.
about the ins and outs. We want to
Yeah.
hear about the winners. We want to hear the people that are killing it right now in these competitions.
Yeah.
Rob, do you have a rankings of what's going on now?
I do. In fact, it's a you'd like trash talk. It is a shit stir once we do our power rankings on our show, the So Smoking Gooder show. I'm actually due for a power rankings, but just because it's pretty easy at the end of the year, we kind of have a good lineup of teams that just off the top of my head, Kevin Hernandez from My Pits Are Burning. He killed it last year. He had a hell of a run. And that's a no team that he really just came out last year. And he wound up winning the CBA, the Champions Barbecue Alliance. He was the top team for last year for 2023, which is crazy for him to come out of. But, like I mentioned, a lot of these guys, they're taking classes and they're doing stuff out there. So if you want to get into this game, he's a great example or a great, blueprint for early success. But Kevin Hernandez, of course, Phil Breeden, LC Barbecue. I know y'all have had him on your show. This guy is the most consistent cook for about 4 years now. He's constantly, if he's at a contest, even if you only hear his number or his name or his music song played once. Once those top 10 come out, he's more times than not, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be in that top 5. I mean, he's really that good. So Phil Breeden, of course, you got Chicken Fried, Bill Purvis doing really well. Randall Kendrick is always a consistent name in the IBCA side. Jamie Roby is doing really well on that kind of side of the coin. So there's so many different. Now there's I think 4 sanctioning bodies that regularly are doing contests here in Texas. You got Champions Barbecue Alliance, IBCA, you got Lone Star, and then Outlaw introduced themselves into the ring last year. And I hear another one's coming, like a Rib Cook-Off Association. You heard anything about that, guys?
I have not. No.
This is a new thing. I think the guys that originated it are out of Oklahoma, but it's kind of like a steak. You know how guys show up on a Saturday early morning, cook steak, and they're gone by 4 or something like that. That's the same kind of vision from what I gathered that they're going for. So, you show up on a Saturday, you cook a rack of ribs. It could be baby backs, could be, spares, whatever. And they say get creative with it. So it's not just your standard rib. I remember years back, we had a comp cook, Kevin Caldwell from Holy Smoke. He put bacon on his ribs, and actually at the time there was no rule against it, but they since made a rule against it. You can't add bacon bits to your rib. But I think in the Rib Cook-Off Association, they're probably allowed. I don't know 100%. So more news will be coming out of that from that group. But I think they just booked their first 2 contests, and they'll be announcing that real soon. So that's a new sanctioning body that people are going to be doing. And that's kind of cool. You get in on a Saturday and you're out by, 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock even.
That's cool. It's exactly what it is.
Kind of a one hit.
No, I was going to say that you see these cook-offs that happen with steak cook-offs. You've got these what would you say, like these almost like this power. I know it sounds horrible, but like it's almost like drink and drown type atmosphere. Like you have Bloody Marys in the morning. Mm-hmm. You have a few cocktails. Like I know a lot of places will serve cocktails in the morning, whatever else. But this is like a 2-hour hitter, right? Like in 5 hours, you're done.
Yeah, it's that's the appeal of that organization, the SCA.
You're in and out.
And you're in and out. Guys, you don't need a big trailer or anything. A lot of these guys are, they're bringing their PKs in the back of their, Subarus. I have no idea. Oh, yeah. They're bringing a pop-up tent and a PK and going out there and having a shot at $1,000.
So we all know that it's not just $1,000. $1,000 is a normal, or not normal, but it could be a average cook-off. But these type of sanctioning bodies that are coming across, these things are hitting for $3,500, $5,000, $7,500. These things get up there really quick for half a day.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me. I'm like, can you imagine 20 years ago somebody said, "Hey, listen, cook a brisket," and you know what I mean? It never happened that way. It was never unveiled. And now you're telling me I can cook a 12-minute steak, and I'm in the running for, I don't know, a shit ton of money.
Get that golden ticket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's pretty cool.
That's kind of legit.
It is legit, and that's their model, and it's been very successful for SCA. So I really think I don't know. We'll see how this Rib Cook-Off Association catches on, but that's the same concept, right? You go in on a Saturday morning and you're out by Saturday afternoon. So one day you don't have to go up on a Friday. You don't have to chug a lug a big trailer or anything like that. Pellet smokers, this might be something they can get into, and pellet smokers are all over, by the way, but that's another deal. But a drum smoker is really portable as well nowadays, and you can drop a drum and cook a couple racks of ribs and see how your day ends and get on back home. Get on with the lawn care and whatever you got to do on Saturday.
Yeah,
right.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean,
John,
I'm not mowing my own lawn, but I know what you mean. Yeah,
right. John, do you think they have room for 500
bougie?
Yeah,
500-gallon offset smoker?
Yeah, can we bring Johnny and June out to one of those rib cook-offs for the afternoon? I'm gonna need a bigger spot.
I mean, you might, I don't know. You might need to get up there early to get that pit hot, right? I don't know how long it takes.
Squeeze
to-
it in
to
there.
light
Like,
this
I'm
up.
going to need everybody to just move out.
Right. I'm still coming up the night before.
Just have everybody cook on Johnny and Jude. Right.
Exactly.
Look, you don't even need some other teams to bring any smokers. Grab them in the brisket's got it handled.
It's funny we've been talking about that because we were talking, what was this, maybe a month ago, about we should do a competition where it's same thing but with brisket, and like a steak competition. Somebody supplies all the briskets and they're all the same, and nobody gets a Wagyu, maybe they're all prime, maybe they're all select. I don't know. You pull a number, you go pick your brisket out of the box, and you have the day to
Best of the best.
Yeah, that's it. I think that'd be so cool, but yeah, it'd be really hard to catch on.
I do love that. You'd have to have, a brisket sponsor or whatnot. And, but those are neat. Those I have heard of contests like that, to where I think there's one in Louisiana in a BCA event, to where you grab a bag and it's got chicken ribs and brisket in there. So
inside,
inside the bag. And I think you get 2 racks of ribs, 1 chicken, and 1 brisket. And
nobody wants to see that. It's like a bunch
awesome.
of no, I get it, but like you could all I'm not saying that it's not fun. I'm just saying at the end of the day, like, damn, dude, I want the best piece of prime meat or the best piece of Wagyu meat that I can put forth. And now you're telling me all I get is like a little sack full of meat. I'm gonna carry it off. I'm like, damn, no, I get it. I totally get it. I whatever. At the end of the day, I was like, I don't want that. I just want to win.
That's where you put your pitmaster skills to work.
I don't
Correct.
want it. I don't want it.
You create.
Right, that's
you
the thing.
make the best of it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And then you like Rocky Balboa. You're like the champion.
Pop, 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 pop.
Somebody's bringing a Wagyu to the game.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Hey,
Swapping
little
it out.
trade out. Hey, listen, Frank, I did see that your brisket would look like about 18 pounds. You trimmed it down to about 7 pounds. But I'm looking that right now you have this piece of meat that looks very marbled, and
It's a Christmas. It's a candy cane brisket.
and it
Right.
looks
Well, once I trimmed that fat cap off, it just looked like that.
It's just underneath.
Yeah, I
it.
could see
Never
it.
judge a book by its cover, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Right. Hey, Rob, we appreciate that. We appreciate you coming on with us, and I'm really looking forward to doing this more. I mean, we said quarterly. Maybe we'll just do this every week. Have him on.
I don't know. It's up to Rob.
No.
Rob has to say yeah. Because listen, we're just piggybacking on his show a little bit. By the way, last night's show was phenomenal.
Thank you.
I thought it was really, really good. You do a great job as far as keeping the flow going. And not only that, I just felt like, man, I just felt like everybody was a part of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So
it was really good.
doing a live show, let me plug it real quick. The Wednesday nights at 8:00 is where you can find the So Smoking Gooder show. You guys have been on the show. We talk barbecue, man, just like you guys do. The more shows out there that do this, it's all putting a spotlight on the sport of barbecue, which is great. I know Bill Purvis is actually coming out with a show. Y'all might have heard about it coming out.
100%.
So the more the merrier, whatever. But you can find ours on Wednesday nights. It's 8:00. We're live, so we do Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And to that live aspect gives us a little luxury of having live commentary, live comments coming in, and we call our group of fans the Gooder Gang, and they contribute. Man, they're a big part of the show. So it's like that good third host. They ask questions, and they get involved. They're very interactive. It's a pretty cool mix. But I love what you guys do as well, man. You guys are killing it in the podcast game. It's fun to listen to you guys. I love the social media that you guys do, and it's neat. It's a blueprint for me to follow, because I do want to grow. In fact, I made a little commitment to myself to try and do a little more social media. Hadn't really got too much yet out there, but I did put a clip out this afternoon. So working on that side of the game for me.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
I saw the clip, and we'll put a link down below for folks to find your YouTube and find you on Facebook, so they don't miss a show. You say every Wednesday night. I love the show.
8:00 Central. Yeah.
8:00 Central.
8:00 Central. You guys excited for these games this weekend?
You said football?
Yeah, football.
Yeah, 100%.
Golf.
100%. Yeah. No, I just make sure we're talking about the same thing here.
The cricket matches.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, you think we're all fucking around here, but there was a time where we all started watching Australia football because everything else kind of died that year, and we're like, do you remember that?
Mhm.
Like we started watching Australia. But by the way, if you've not seen Australia football, check it out.
You talking about rugby or actual
No.
football?
Yeah, they have a
Amer-
different thing.
It's
Yeah.
Australia
It's
football.
a combination of rugby, football, soccer,
Yeah,
and the scores
You're
get
gonna
up
thank
to
me.
be like basketball scores.
you're gonna thank me.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
It's
watch
weird.
it.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
I'll
so good.
Have to YouTube or Google that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, we're
so
excited for I mean, Dallas Cowboys,
let's go.
San Francisco 49ers, the Texans.
Texans are gonna
we're all
freaking
in it. Let's
dude.
go.
like. Listen, these guys are they're playing the Browns.
Browns.
Yeah, the Browns game. There's a chance here. Listen, on both sides, they're both fresh teams right now. I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, with the way CJ's playing and whatever else, but even on the backside of the Browns, like who's quarterbacking for Browns? It's
Flacco.
Flacco, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Joe fucking Flacco is quarterbacking. Like, what the hell is happening here? And this guy's gonna listen.
He's playing good.
He's a quarterback. He's gonna put up numbers. He's gonna do the right thing. I am so rooting for Texans to be unreal. I cannot wait for this game.
I think
Cannot
it's going to be there. Everybody that I see, they're handing it over to the Browns, which is just crazy. The Texans are at home. They got the rookie of the year. He's playing at a high level. I'm excited.
25 yards passing.
Yeah.
Think about that. The Texans have
amazing.
more 25-yard completions than anybody else in the league. At one point during this season, they were number one, and I'm not sure where they're at right now, but if they're not number one, they're probably number 3.
Yeah, I think they're the
They put the
7th,
ball
something like that.
right
And often,
now.
but he got hurt for 2 games, and that hurt.
Yeah, but they put the ball downfield. He puts the ball downfield. That's the thing I'm trying to say right now. It's going to be a great game.
Absolutely. Well, boys, I appreciate this. This is awesome, and we'll do some cross collab stuff, which is awesome. And there you go, collab. That's a new word for me right now. Let's do it. But it's all good, bro. It's all good. Thanks for the invite, and we'll do this a monthly. I think would be good. I mean, if you guys are down with that, quarterly.
We're down, brother.
Quarterly is every 3 months. I think every month.
Yeah.
There's
I like
also-
monthly.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of shifting each and every 4 weeks of competitions, and there's so many out there right now. So I think monthly would be something that we're able to track as well, and see who's doing well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm sure we're going to see you on the road at some point in time. Looking
Hopefully in
forward to
Austin.
running to you again. Rob, wish you the best. We love the show.
Thank you, guys. I love you
We'll
guys
see
too.
you later, bud.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you
Hey,
soon.
brother.
Good night.
Later,
Cheers.
guys.
Dude, having him on, just having Rob on and whatever else, like, love it. The amount that he just brings to the table and whatever else, it's pretty fucking badass, man. So thankful that he said yes.
He's in touch with the scene, the barbecue scene right
No,
now.
it's all of that.
Style of it.
It's all of that. I mean, just saying, honestly, just have somebody go, yeah, you know what, I got you. Let's do this. I mean, this is his. He puts all of himself into it, and it shows. And yeah, just saying, hey, thank you, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Not for you, James.
No, I thought that
Nope.
was me.
Nope, not for you.
Yeah.
Nope,
No.
it's just
That's not
it
for
was
you.
for Rob.
Yes. No.
Go fuck yourself.
Rob only.
Nope, just for Rob.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But the intro music that was
The
dope.
intro that's all you, man.
Yeah,
that was
that was
legit.
cool.
I don't know if you really heard it with
No, he heard it.
The interruption
Come
that
on.
you had
Right,
there
right.
towards the end. So
Yeah.
at
Oh,
the
you're
beginning,
saying
so
I ruined it.
A little bit, but that's fine. I
Oh,
bet
you're
Ralph
saying
can
I
fix
ruined
it.
Yeah.
I bet Ralph can
you
talk to that
said-
right up.
ruin the surprise. What is that Adam Sandler movie, Big Daddy or whatever? Like
Ruin that
you
surprise.
ruined the surprise.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, listen, I apologize. If that's what it is, on me. I'll own it.
Okay. Hey,
No, don't like it.
we're done with that. Let's talk about some news. Want to? Some hot
do
off the grill
You got
barbecue news.
You got some?
Yeah, I do. Brought to you by the NBBQA Barbecue News Magazine. One of them we've been talking about since the last time. The Live Fire and Flavor Extravaganza is going to be at their conference. We're going to be there February 3rd, open to the public. You get your tickets in advance. We'll put a link down below for you. We've already talked about Alfregoni, Tuffy Stone,
our buddy Mel from Dark Side of the Grill, Mike Starr. All these guys are going to be out there cooking live fire. Tons of stuff going on. They just announced that Lil Gringa.
Oh, who's this?
I don't know what her real name is. It's just this Lil Gringa. She just won the Master Chef Junior. She's a junior champion, Master Chef, whatever. She's going to be out there, special guest. So that's going to be super cool. Also just announced that Icy Tech is the official sponsor, title sponsor for the NBBQA Conference this year. That's a cool thing, too. Other side of it, we were talking about barbecue winners and barbecue losers and all this kind of stuff. We got some winners from last year. We got our end of the year winners.
We do. I'm so thankful you brought this up because it's a huge deal.
Huge.
We just put this out there.
Huge.
Not for
huge.
Not huge. But not for everybody else. Hey, not for everybody else. But we have winners.
Yeah. We have some winners. And we got some voicemails from our winners. We have the I don't know which one he's going to play first. We got the runner-up, and we got the grand prize winner. But let's roll one of them and then see who it is here.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Jared. I just found out that I won a Super 55 barrel smoker, and I'm super stoked to get it. Thank you guys so much. I'm really glad that I got to share my barbecue win story with you guys, and I'm inspired to keep going and to pursue my path down better barbecue. Thanks.
Let's go, Jared. Dude.
Yeah, and
Hell
guys,
yeah.
If you guys don't remember Jared, this kind of fits perfectly. He's getting the drum kit that you get to put it together yourself.
Yeah,
this is the dude that sent in the pictures of the smoker that he built himself.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of
right up his wheelhouse.
perfect.
Same
It
thing,
could
right?
not have
Yeah.
worked out better.
That's awesome.
I think it's great. And then
congrats, brother.
And
You
this Super
deserve it.
55 is going to run like a champ.
Yeah.
We've
Hey,
put out a ton of videos on how this thing just runs.
You just put out a video the other day. It's like, it's been 4.5 hours, and I have not had to touch this. It's almost like you didn't know what to do.
Well,
You're just
did-
like,
I dropped
don't
one
know
today.
how to cook anymore.
Exactly. I dropped one today where I did a pork butt,
Yeah.
and I didn't touch for 8 hours.
Yeah,
The only
what's
thing
wrong
I
with
did
you?
was just open up the
What
lid.
are you doing for 8 hours,
I
James?
pulled the meat off. I wrapped it. I
Thursday.
put the meat back on and closed the lid.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything for another like 4 hours. For 8 to 9
Is
to
what it
10
is.
hours, I did nothing.
You're welcome.
I didn't put more wood. I didn't use
Yeah.
any more charcoal.
Right.
It just ran like a champ. And I was like, I almost felt guilty. I almost like, and I've done videos where I'm like, I'm out here barbecuing. Like, I got to maintain the fire. But you literally don't have to maintain the fire.
Don't do anything.
Yeah, this is super
Okay.
fun to cook.
Next
on.
one, go.
Yeah, I've got one more. Here's our grand champion.
Guys, this is Joshua Bonfiglio. I just learned that
Bonfiglio.
I was the winner of the end of the year giveaway. I couldn't be more pumped, man. That smoke slinger is going to be pretty damn awesome. I can't wait to learn it and cook some marvelous food on it. I want to thank you guys super, like a ton. I enjoy the show greatly. I anticipate every episode. And yeah, get your barbecue wins and fails in, guys, because you can win something sweet. And all the other things you guys do, you know, the discounts on stuff, and having Frank Cox, his knowledge is amazing. Thank you guys again. Cheers, barbecue family. Later.
Let's freaking go.
Cheers.
First of all, he just hit every nail on the head.
Yeah, he's on it.
Frank Cox, yeah, you're amazing.
Can
Keep
you
doing what you're doing.
throw up that picture real quick of that smoker with these guys? I don't think these two have even seen what the smoker looks like that he's getting. This is the new smoke slinger. This is a brand new style smoker that Frank's got going out there. So this is what he's going to get. This thing is super cool. I don't even know how it works. I know he hasn't used one of these either. This is a brand new.
Yeah, we got to see
It's a
some
vertical.
videos.
Yeah, it's
It's a
super
vertical.
cool. Super cool. Yeah,
So-
but it looks like it's also, it might be able to do like some direct grilling as
No,
well.
it probably
It looks
does.
really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. And if you're not watching this on the YouTubes, I'm sure we'll post some pictures. And I'm sure when he gets this, he's going to post some pictures with it or some videos, and we'll share them all over the damn place. So
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now, this is not happening because like we're just like we're cool guys and whatever else. Smokeabuilder.com, Frank Cox, in his genius mad scientist way, puts this shit together. And this is one of the pits that he has, and it's going out. It's amazing, man. So
Yeah.
so check them out. Check out smokeabuilder.com. Check out some of the mad scientist barbecue pits that
And
he's created.
This stuff's not just like piecemeal together.
No.
Like this stuff is designed and engineered for a purpose.
That's exactly right.
The drum, the smoke slinger, the stuff that he builds,
Yeah.
it's designed and engineered
To
for
win.
a purpose.
Right.
It
To
draws correctly, it cooks correctly, it saves you time. So please slide over there to smokerbuilder.com and check out what they have. We also have a discount on the Super 55s. If you want to go over there and get your own. I know you can put one together for yourself, or
Yeah, you can use you can put it together yourself. He can build it for you. He can paint it for you. You can do it however you want.
Correct.
The code is grab the brisket, all caps, all one word, or you can just click the link. We have the link on our website. We have the link on every episode, and you click it. And you can go there, or maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you want to just build your own damn smoker. He has 200 something different plans. I
Different
think that
patents.
you can.
Is it a patent or a plan or
It's
blueprint?
a plan, different blueprints that
Yeah.
you can download, and he sells those on there too. And the same thing, you get a discount if you go through our little code link, whatnot. Yeah.
If you don't know how to weld and you want to build your own pit, I'm telling you right now, maybe you have to
He has
pay
classes for that,
maybe
too.
you have to pay a little extra to get there, but I'll tell you right now, he'll train you. This is a guy that knows anything and everything about it. Frank is probably, I don't know, salt of the earth. He may be one of the best guys we ever met in barbecue. Let's go, man.
And can I just say congrats to our 2 winners? It's super awesome, and I'm stoked for our listeners to really have a chance to win some of this stuff right here.
Pictures or didn't happen?
Yeah, we need pictures. We need you guys using this stuff.
Show it.
We're gonna make you. We're gonna put your face all over. No,
Make you famous. We'll make you famous.
Exactly.
Nah, hey,
Congrats, guys.
Listen, honestly, just doing what you do is great and whatever else. But show some pictures, show some love, because honestly, it takes a lot of work getting this stuff together. John has done a tremendous job this year getting things together. James, a little bit, not so much. And then, of course, myself, day in, day out, 40-hour a week, I am concentrating on barbecue, and I'm trying to get it out there, right? So, once again, just
go ahead and cut his mic off.
Yeah, just say, hey, this is me, this is who I am, but by the way, check it out. So, appreciate you, love, and hope you enjoy every single thing you got.
Yeah, for sure. All that stuff he said, some of it was accurate. But yeah,
it's accurate.
Joshua, Jared, both of these guys. And the funny thing about this is, I think Jared just sent something one time. I mean, we've talked back and forth a little bit, but he just said that Joshua, on the other hand, he sent in like probably a half a dozen either wins or fails throughout the year. Every time you send one in, you're in the running. So it makes sense that
you're saying it adds up.
Yeah. So send one in, send 10 in.
You said good day.
Yeah.
Good day.
I said it paid.
Oh,
it paid. It paid. Good day.
It paid.
Yeah. So hey,
No,
congratulations,
100%.
guys!
Congratulations,
It's
fellas.
freaking awesome. That's all I got for the hot off the grill barbecue news.
And we'll take a quick turn right into the Grabbing the Brisket
beer review. Cha-cha-cha.
James, you brought this one. You want to talk about it a little bit?
So today's beer is brought to you by
Alcoholism.
James.
Who likes alcohol?
No, so I actually picked this up at the HEBs where I get all my beers. But I initially saw this and it reminded me of Alex, which Alex hasn't been here for quite some time because his railroad job has railroaded.
He's getting railroaded.
His podcast duties. But we love him. But I saw this and I know this is it looks like a dang an otter.
It's an otter.
Yeah.
Otter. So I know he likes otters and all that stuff like that. But when I saw the can, you start looking at the artwork on it. It's like this is Martin House Brewery, by the way, guys. So they always put out some stuff that it just kind of mad scientist like. So this is a White Russian inspired ale. It says calmer than you are. And if you look at the can, what's more calming than just like a hot bath?
Right. Hey, what is
right?
it? Say
A
it.
hot just bubble bath.
The flying rubber ducky.
Flying rubber ducky, and then maybe a roach clip with just whatever else is just going on.
And a random foot.
And a random foot. But the otter is like right there next to the candle and the random foot. And it's kind of weird, but show the can. Right behind you, Jan.
Yeah, this thing is 12,
You're too high.
12% alcohol by volume. So
Yeah, just hand it to me.
it's going to be a strong one for sure.
I can't see myself.
Yeah,
Just hand it
it's
to me.
fine. You don't need to be seen. It's
Just
cool.
looking at this.
Anyway,
Some cups over there.
you need a cup? I can get you a cup.
Well, Jan needs a cup, right?
I gave him one already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the ABV on this?
I'm good. I'll just.
12%.
It's a 12%.
12%.
Guys,
This is not this is not a beer that you
we're not on
pregame
the
a
same.
lot.
Yeah, we're not on the same page.
Because this is be a night beer for you.
May have
Right.
pre-gamed a lot.
Well,
already.
when we were leaving the house, he said, "Should I bring 2 beers or 3 beers?" I said, "Well, we know Jan's probably already pre-gaming.
I've
and
already
he's
pre-gamed.
meeting us there. He has to drive home. He does not need his own
No,
beer."
you did a good job. And honestly, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing God's work, looking out for you like you were doing for whatever you were doing earlier.
Yeah, for everybody else.
Yep,
that-
those things. But not.
Yeah.
This is good, bro. This is good.
This is a really good beer.
This is pretty good to drink.
Hey, what's the note you're looking for in there? What is that, James?
Yeah, what kind of notes would
It's
you
got
say?
like a little bit just a sweet coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, it does have a coffee. Why do you like this? You don't like coffee.
I like coffee when it's got enough sugar and cream in.
That's what I was getting at, by the way.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
The guy didn't drink coffee.
Because we've had some coffee beers that you
Yeah.
just shut down
didn't.
immediately.
You go, boop, don't like it.
I don't want it. I don't want your stupid coffee.
Yeah, right. I'm better than you. No.
Essentially, this is just like Kahlua, right?
No, James.
In Kahlua, a coffee liqueur.
Probably.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Kahlua is a liquor or liqueur that
Liquor?
you put in. It's a liquor or a liqueur that
Somebody
you
said
put in,
liquor.
that you put in coffee.
Was that liquor in the front and poker in the back? I mean,
Right.
come on, guys.
It sounds sexual.
Hey, keep it together. Are you saying like keep it together for me?
Keep it together.
Yeah, you keep it together.
Okay. Can we
Get
just
your
dive
life
into this
together.
thing?
Hey,
This thing's
taste that.
This thing's creamy.
smell it.
It's,
Hey,
it's
fun
it's
fact for-
coffee.
Yeah.
It's
Fun
just
fact for
boozy.
otters:
Take a
otters they find a special rock and they carry a rock with them, and it's like a pet rock with them.
No, actually they do. Like honestly, are you fucking around?
No, what?
How do you know that?
No, an otter
National
actually,
Geographic,
an
like,
otter will actually
yeah.
carry a rock around with it everywhere it goes.
It'll hold it. And it'll
National Geographic.
Yeah.
It was in between pictures of the topless
So-
ladies.
Yeah.
The fact that
The
he
titties.
knows it is blowing my mind right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
can we?
Hey,
like, why are
cheers.
these National
Hey,
Geographic pages
Just
stuck
cheers it up,
together?
James. Quit fucking around. Just cheers that up. Come on.
There
Get
it
outta here.
is. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a drink, folks. All right. I like this. This is creamy. It's boozy.
nice.
It's got a little bit of a bite from the coffee, but I still like it. I like it pretty well. This is pretty good. I'm gonna give it a score. Can I jump in there real quick? I'm gonna go
Please do.
8.2. I like this. This is good. This is good beer.
Great beer. Honestly, for me, and I can take another drink and I can just tell you, but personally, I feel like this beer is a
Okay.
it's 7.7. It's a great beer. 7.7 is a great beer, but this beer there's a lacking portion of this beer that I'm just like, don't really like it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about any lacking portions. For me, I might just be a little bit too far in for this beer, but
I think it's because it's so. What's the what would you call that? The
IBUs or
no, it's more like the like this. Think like a beer that nobody wants to drink right now. You're doing this, yeah, okay.
Today, Junior.
I have the words in my head. I just can't say it right now. It's not a. Damn it! I'm so lost.
A
on this.
stout.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I really am.
give it a
Can't do
score.
All right,
You
one-
said
one more
7.7.
sip.
I did.
7.7.
I already gave it.
7.7.
Yeah, I already gave
8.2.
it. It's not. It's just talk, and I'll think of it in a second. Yeah.
So I'll get into this. This is not my first time that I've bought this beer. This is actually my third pack. What would you call? Can't call it 6-pack,
Fourth.
but
Pack.
a 4-pack, whatever it is.
5-pack.
This is my third time that I've purchased this beer. I like it. I really do. And I think it's a seasonal beer for them. So I'll buy it as long as they still put it out there. So if I see it in the stores, I will grab it again. I really do like this. I'm going to go 9.5. Yeah, throwing it up there high.
Wow.
It's a coffee beer.
Yeah. I think I would probably rate this a little higher if it wasn't so late in the night already. Like I've already had enough beers that this one just tastes a little bit much. I don't know. I don't know. But it is very good. Yeah, you're right. Anywho, is that all we got for the Grab and the Brisket beer review? Hey, that might be the best duet we've ever done. That was really good. Maybe the best we've ever done. Thank you for sitting out on that. I appreciate that. That made it so much better.
Hey, that's both of y'all. Right. Hey, anything I can do to help this get better, yeah, I'll definitely do it. No, honestly, I just kind of left out. I felt left out on that one. I just felt like there was no energy. So,
okay, all right,
yeah,
that's good.
Got to bring the energy next.
There it is.
Yeah, more
yeah,
energy.
you gotta do it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, we have a barbecue fail. Let's jump into that real quick.
We do. So it's coming up here. So barbecue fail, New Year's Eve 2021. Had just bought my first smoker from an old boss. It's an 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. I was so excited to use it. Watched T-Roy Cooks on YouTube on how to make pork on it. So I'm not really sure what type of pork, but we'll get into it. Went and got everything that he had used, from lump charcoal to the parquet butter to the Sucklebusters rub. Did everything like he did, and was expecting to serve up some delicious ribs to my neighbors. So he's cooking ribs. So serving delicious ribs to my neighbor and family around 7 p.m. After 7 p.m. mark passed, I was still optimistic that it would be done soon. Mind you, this was my first smoke on it. This is always like very troublesome when
nobody knows how long
you
anything
do your
cooks
first
for.
smoke.
And
on
you invite
something
everybody.
It's
never-
12 hours. Like nobody knows.
And you invite all the family, and they're all just sitting around with like plates and forks and shit.
Hey,
You know
I'm
what I
tired
mean?
of sides. I don't want any more sides.
Yeah. So he's like, didn't understand the stall or the makeup of it. And I was baffled, angry, and embarrassed. We finally got to eat pulled pork nachos after midnight. So they were great. They were worth the wait. Been hooked since, and now I'm now I'm up to having 7 smokers. Good Lord, that is awesome. That is, but still have that 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain that I love cooking on for good old low and slow smoke flavor.
You missed it,
George.
George Silvas.
Old George.
Okay, so he said ribs, he said pork, he just said pulled pork. So he might have been doing a couple different things there. I guess.
He finally said,
I think the pulled pork came in for a clutch there at the end.
Yeah. You think he was doing ribs and turned it into pulled pork? Or you think he had a little pork butt on there too?
Always. Yeah.
You say always?
Always.
Your pork ribs always turn into pulled pork?
I'm saying right now, if you ain't cheating, you ain't.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
George Silvas. It's one of those. It's one of those deals where we all have gotten way too excited about a barbecue bit that we've gotten and received, and you're like, "Yes, we're going to cook on it, babe." Invite everybody.
Yeah. Hey,
We're
run it.
throwing it down.
I am Malcolm Reed.
Running the gauntlet.
I am Malcolm
Let's
Reed.
go.
I am Aaron Franklin. Let me just show you what. Obviously, this is going to create the magic.
Hey,
So-
you like this? Hey, you want mac and cheese? I got mac and cheese. What?
Exactly.
Right?
So, and you get in there, you start whipping, you start going through the kitchen, you start throwing everything down.
No.
And
Not
then
today,
nothing is
Junior.
happening.
No.
The barbecue's not finishing on time.
Live and learn, brother.
Babe, like coming out. Is it done yet? You're like, no, it's not done yet.
It's not even time to wrap.
I don't even know what time
Go
it
to
is.
your room. Don't look at me.
I'm going to bed.
I'm taking my clothes off.
That's when you just like slip off, and it's like, where did George go?
Right.
And then she goes in the bedroom. George is like sleep.
Huddled up. He's just huddled up. Yeah.
I order Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Fetal position. But hey, George, we appreciate you sending this in. And you are our second entry for the end of the year giveaway for 2024. So right now you got a 50-50 chance.
Dude, you already know it's 2024 is going to be legit.
Legit.
Is that George?
This is George. And
Let's go, George.
You might win a spaceship. I don't
honestly,
even know what's
we don't
on
know
deck.
yet. Yeah, I think
I am
they're
rooting for
working on
you
that.
right now, George. And I want you to win this thing. Do not let this thing get out of hand. Remember, this is only one chance you have of like I don't know how many different chances.
Yeah, I don't know.
52.
Don't let it
52 chances to
make
enter.
you into jail.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, but hey, you got
Be a
you
Jane.
got your
Just be
story
a
told
Jane.
on this episode, so you are already a winner. You're already a
No,
winner.
you're in it.
Yeah,
you're in it.
You're in it.
Doesn't mean you win.
Yes, you are a winner, and you are getting some.
Sucklebusters. Everybody wants some Sucklebusters.
You are so on top of it tonight.
See, you
Gina.
didn't think I had that.
I
but
don't
actually,
think you did.
Yeah, I did.
think
have
I
it.
jarred it into you when I hit you.
You didn't have to.
I literally think I had to pull your leash right down to the mic and be like, hey, Sucklebusters.
Hey, shout out to Amy from Sucklebusters. She's the one that kind of sets up behind the scenes as far as like making sure the rubs get out to all the people that are winning the barbecue wins and fails. We appreciate everything that they are doing on their end. If by chance you get these rubs, hey, maybe throw them some meat and maybe shoot a video or a picture.
Just say hi.
And
Just say hi.
Tag
Come
Grabbing
on.
the Brisket, tag Sucklebusters.
100%
Let's
tag 'em.
see what's going on. What are you cooking?
Show
Let's go.
Sucklebusters what you're doing for sure.
Just say hi.
Yeah. And hey, if you want to send in your barbecue wins, your barbecue fails, reach out to us. You can call our voicemail line. It's 434-829-2299. You can send us an email. I think that's what our friend here probably did. That's info@GrabbingTheBrisket. You can hit us on any of the social medias. You know how to find us. Usually it's @GrabbingTheBrisket. I think X is @GrabTheBrisket. Or go to our website, grabthebrisket.com. Any of these ways will work. And here's a plug we haven't done in a minute. If you're listening to this podcast on a podcast platform, which I assume you are, please leave us a rating. Leave us a review. That helps us reach more people.
No, 100%. Like, hey, give some feedback. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I mean, honestly, I'm funny. John's kind of funny. James is not funny. It's probably the incremental.
Something like that.
James, you have something?
We'll
You wanna
take
say something,
take
James?
5 stars.
Hey, James, you want to say something?
We'll take 5 stars.
Yeah,
You wanna say
all the
something,
stars,
James?
please.
Okay. Hey, let's give it to us.
Just leave us all the stars. Okay.
It's like an Uber ride. Like,
Yeah, right.
leave 5 stars. I'm going to leave you a bottle of water or maybe a really tasty beer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, and if you guys are going to be at any of these rodeo cook-offs, let us know. Because we're going to be hanging around at least a couple of them. So, yeah.
Let's go.
Man, this is the time of the podcast where I try to jump in and close this thing out.
No, James, we give you all
Sometimes I
permission.
try
Go.
to do it prematurely, but
James.
today we're on time. So honestly, guys, this has been a great episode. We've got to talk to Rob Arocha with So Smoking Gooder Show. He's going to be a correspondent, letting us know all the ins and outs of competition barbecue here in Texas. We love it. We appreciate it. The guy's an expert, and so we're fortunate to have him. Also, we learned there's a shit ton of cook-offs that are coming up here. So hopefully everybody's out there, as John mentions. If you're a part of these cook-offs, if you're out there, shoot us a message. We'd love to come by and talk to you, shoot the shit, maybe drink a beer or two.
Great job.
We'd love to have that. And I always close it out and go just like, hey, it's always been great talking barbecue with you. But let me just end with this. Smoke on.
Peace.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dalstrong Knives for their contributions.
And you know YETI always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.